Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Beau again. So today, we're going to talk about GOP pressure on Trump, New York, and your question. We've been talking a lot about how congressional Republicans could curtail Trump's policies and mistakes. In particular, we've talked about it in the context of Trump's tariffs, the government shutdown, and his apparent refusal to give the working class help with health insurance. That prompted this question. Beau, you keep saying that Republicans can stop Trump. How exactly do you expect that to happen? Sure, Congress makes the laws, but Trump has to sign them. For somebody who talks about basic civics, you seem to be missing the president's signature part. So pretty please explain the civics of that. Okay. So when you aren't trying to pass purely partisan legislation while pretending to have a mandate you don't actually have, you can get support from the other side of the aisle. The president's veto can be overridden. I can assure you, if Republicans attempted to curtail Trump's tariffs or bizarre foreign policy or attacks on the working class, or they tried to push through the Affordable Care Act extensions, they would get support from the Democratic side of the aisle. By Republicans in Congress abdicating their legislative responsibilities, they are co-signing Trump's activities. All of them. It isn't just Trump. Beyond that, they don't even need legislation. They could just apply political pressure to a member of their own party. So, that's how it could happen, and the civics behind it. Now, in completely unrelated news, Trump made a social media post saying, quote, I am pleased to advise that I reversed the cuts made to Homeland Security and counterterrorism for New York City and state. It was my honor to do so. Thank you for your attention to this matter. The context to this is that back in August, the Trump administration denied $87 million for CT funding. Then in September, the administration withheld an additional $102.7 million. New York's Democratic Governor Kathy Hochul pushed back hard against the cuts. But let's be honest. Is there anything in Trump's history that suggests he listens to Democratic governors? The fact is that Trump also got a lot of pushback from Republicans in the House that worked quietly to get Trump to realize this was a bad idea. Representative Nicole Malliotakis, a Republican, attempted to take credit by saying, quote, I spoke with President Trump on Wednesday, and within 48 hours, this critical funding was fully restored, supporting the NYPD's counterterrorism initiatives. She wasn't the only Republican to work on the issue. Trump reversed his cuts because Republicans applied political pressure quietly, while the Democratic governor did so publicly. Congressional Republicans are not helpless in the face of Trump's reckless actions. It's just that most don't care or feel the need to act in the best interest of their voters because they're in safe gerrymandered districts. The shutdown, the tariffs, the shaky economy, and the growing healthcare crisis aren't just Trump. They're the product of Republican policy. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.